Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the 40th episode of my Modern Warfare 2 Weapon Guides. In this episode we're covering the Bushmaster Adaptive Combat Rifle, the ACR. The ACR is a fully automatic weapon unlocked at level 48. It started life as a design for a lightweight modular rifle platform by American company Magpul. Design on what was then called the Magpul Masada Adaptive Combat Weapon System started in 2006. And since 2008, the design has been licensed by Bushmaster as the Adaptive Combat Rifle, or ACR. It is designed around the 5.56 by 45mm cartridge, although as a modular platform can be fitted to fire alternatives, such as the larger-calibre 6.8mm Remington Special Purpose Cartridge. Although the ACR is yet to be fielded by any military force, its development does show promise as one of the potential replacements for the venerable AR-15 derived platforms currently in service today. In-game, the ACR is a low-damage, low-recoil weapon when compared to the other assault rifles. The M4A1 and F2000 both share the same damage with the ACR, but the ACR has the slowest fire rate with the lowest recoil of the three. This means the ACR is very effective at long range. Despite dealing minimal damage, you can reliably hit a target with automatic fire at a considerable distance. A sniper's bane, and pretty deadly at most other ranges too. The ACR retains near pinpoint accuracy however far away your target lies. Alright, let's talk attachments. Both the underslung grenade launcher and shotgun are available on the ACR, but they are unremarkable in that they behave in the same manner as on the other assault rifles. The optics are altogether more useful, and the first unlocked, the red dot sight, is a good pairing with the ACR. I found the iron sights to be quite comfortable, but the red dot grants a clearer view and is arguably more precise. It certainly helps when tracking a moving target outside your effective range, helping you guide your shots to a kill where without you may have missed. The Holographic is very similar and can be just as effective. Although given a choice between the two, I prefer the less obstructive frame and reticle of the red dot. The two long-range optics are surprisingly usable, and the ACOG is probably more effective on the ACR than on any other assault rifle. You do lose some close range ability, which is a reason enough to avoid it, but the enhanced zoom and better view on target at range makes it an effective counter-sniper weapon. The thermal is similarly controllable, although I'm generally not a fan as you lose a considerable degree of definition, which can hamper your ability even at middle ranges. It suits a more defensive playstyle, where with the ACR I found it's best to apply at least a little pressure to the enemy. The usual array of non-optical attachments are also available, and the heartbeat sensor is as expected. It can provide you with some warning of nearby enemies, but more often than not, those planning to get close will do so under the cover of Ninja. The silencer can be a good choice with a less direct style of play. If you plan on flanking your enemy, the concealment can be very useful. If you plan on facing your enemies head-on, however, I'd strongly recommend against it. The range you lose with a silenced weapon can often cost you a kill, particularly with the weaker weapons. The TAR-21 would be a far better choice silenced, with superior damage and an identical rate of fire. The ACR, much like the Scar H, is best used long when loud. FMJ is a very strong choice for those used to the iron sights. Better cutting through cover and ultimately will be an attachment that will increase the number of kills you get overall. You don't have to spray through walls to make good use of FMJ. Every so often there'll be a piece of scenery between you and your target, intent on denying you a kill. Extended mags is your reward for sticking with FMJ for long enough, and while it's a beneficial attachment, it doesn't compare to the benefit of FMJ itself, nor even the optical attachments. Overall, I'd recommend FMJ or the red dot sight with the ACR. FMJ will occasionally make the difference in securing a kill, and the red dot sight gives you a clearer view on target. For your blue perk, Scavenger is a sensible choice to allow you to be more liberal with your trigger finger. This is especially useful if you're using FMJ. The ACR is relatively weak up close, particularly if you're taken by surprise, so you should take care to avoid areas best suited to close quarter combat. You can bolster the close range ability slightly through the use of Sleight of Hand Pro. The faster aim speed might give you the edge, but given that you can easily run out of ammunition with the ACR, I'd consider Scavenger to be the better overall perk. For your red perk, stopping power is the logical choice. While the accuracy of the ACR means it's easy enough to hit a target multiple times, the low damage at range can be an issue in a long-range firefight. You could run hardline or cold-blooded, and in most firefights you might come out okay. But there's nothing that quite compares to stopping power as far as general usefulness is concerned. And in equally matched firefights, you'll be at a disadvantage without it. For your third perk, as usual for an aggressive and mobile loadout such as with the ACR, Ninja Pro will conceal your position and allow you to move near enemies undetected. Steady aim is also a solid choice, permitting more effective hipfire which may assist up close. Your secondary may be the more reliable choice, however, and my preferred pairing with the ACR was a pistol for the fast draw speed. With Scavenger and a relatively versatile primary, you won't need to fall back on a secondary in most situations, so the fast switching pistols become the most useful secondary category. All the available handguns will kill more quickly than the ACR at close range, so they really can help fill the void should you become overwhelmed at close range. My preferred pistol with stopping power is the M9. The USP-45 is very similar, but I prefer the M9's sights and improved magazine capacity. Should you be caught in the middle of a reload, a quick switch and a double tap might just make you glad that you decided to pack a pistol. The ACR is a very competitive member of the assault rifle category, largely due to its ability to accurately place automatic fire further out than any other weapon. The damage is low, but if you land 4 or 5 shots in succession, you'll kill at any range in about a third of a second. The only real downside to the ACR is the close range performance. The shotguns, high damage assault rifles and SMGs will all fare better. Still, you can engineer the engagements you face to avoid situations where you might be vulnerable. Steer clear of high traffic interiors and instead seek longer sightlines. Be wary of snipers with the same idea. Although if you can spot a sniper before he spots you, there's a good chance you'll be able to pick them off, or at least prevent them from getting an accurate shot before you can get to cover. With precision unseen outside of the sniper category, the ACR is a hard weapon to go wrong with. As long as your aim is accurate and your awareness of the enemy's position is keen, you'll find the ACR is a very effective weapon. Thanks for watching. This has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me next time when I'll be covering the penultimate weapon in this series, the F2000. Until then, farewell.